Hey, welcome to Unherd Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Special thanks to Southern Prepper One for posting links on YouTube for Ohio. I've received a lot of response. I'm looking forward to emails from those people. It's erieshoresprepping@gmail.com. My name is Greg, and look forward to hearing from those people. And we can exchange emails and ideas and thoughts about potential mutual assistance groups, friendships, whatever, meetups, whatever. We'll see what happens. In Revelation 13:17, in the good book, it talks about no one's able to buy or sell in the end of days. We are not there yet. We don't have the mark or anything else because the unlawful government worldwide has not been instituted. However, that doesn't mean the practices of not allowing people to buy, sell, or trade haven't begun. And I watched a very interesting interview on an Australian channel called Unherd, 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 with a young lady who was held captive by Australia's internment camp by their police. So if you go to look at this, it's had 1.5 million views or something like that. It's gone viral just in the last 3 days. Unherd, Unherd, inside Australia's COVID internment camp. The only crime this lady committed was having a friend that came down with COVID and got sick. Through contact tracing, they hunted her down with the police, found her, threatened her, told her if she did not come with them, she would be fined $5,000 or she could get into a COVID transport and go to the internment camp. And it's outside of Darwin, Australia. She just works retail, so she doesn't have $5,000. She's not sick, never been sick, tested negative 3 times for COVID, and yet they held her against her will and even wrote her up a warning letter when she sat out on her front porch, and they even had it marked off. You were allowed 6 feet on your front porch to go out there and sit. You had to sit with a mask on, and she didn't do that. And the COVID police saw her, gave her a warning, gave her a written warning, and saying, if we see you doing that again, we'll give you a $5,000 fine and extend another 2 weeks on your punishment. Now, she's committed no crime. She's done nothing wrong. And she's tested negative. And yet this country in Australia is holding its citizens without trial, without accusation, and actually testing negative for any kind of disease. And yet, because she told them, yeah, I've had a test, when she didn't, and then she said, I'm sorry, I lied to you, they put her in a COVID camp, Howard Springs, and they're building more across Australia. Since that time, she's been out, still negative, never contracted COVID at all. Her male friend back to work, but she lost her job. She's unemployed. And I'm just wondering, how long will it be before that's mimicked around the world? Austria is imposing lockdown on the unvaccinated, and it's mandatory lockdown. You're going to be forced into your apartment or your home and not allowed to come out, period. And there are moving riots going on in Australia now, protests that are turning violent. Germany is considering the same thing. They backed off of it, and the liberals are saying, no, we're going to insist on that. And now Germany is going to follow that lead in Austria and lock down people, and that has irritated a lot of Germans, and they're looking to start protesting and riot. Comrade de Blasio in New York is imposing his own set of mandates on people, that whether they come and go see shows, including their children, eating at restaurants and stuff. It's all about control, folks. I am not denying COVID is not real and deadly. I had the Delta variant. It did kill me. And I am still on oxygen at home. I've been that way since end of August. But you make the decisions best for yourself and for your family. But I can tell you, the COVID Delta variant will kill you. It did me, and thousands of others as well. But it's coming to the point where we could be in Revelations very quickly. If the war erupts in Ukraine with Russia, if China takes out Taiwan, if Iran and Israel go at it, you've heard me say all this. And now with this Omicron virus in 17 states, and I suspect it won't be long before it's in all 50 states. But it's just another excuse to say you need more medicine in your body. And if you don't get it, we're going to penalize you. Somebody's going to come up with something to keep you locked down. So that's just my thoughts. Thank you to Southern Prepper One for posting the link. Look forward to hearing from the fellow Ohio preppers. Welcome. As always, get yourself right with God. Get baptized. Dangerous times, folks. Elections have consequences. And Walkaway Joe is meeting Vlad the Mad. Nothing's good's going to come of that. Greg out.